Gentlemen, I have a lot on my mind today about how you and I can become better than the average guy, better than our friends, better than our close friends in a couple of different manners and contexts. This is going to be a talking or yapping or rambling video, whatever you might call it, which I've also done up here in the corner about how you and I can choose the best possible friends in your inner circle for your own best benefit. And in this video, I will be talking about how you and I can become better than the average guy. And one of the things that will make you and I better is if you actually have a productive hobby or a hobby in general. Because what I've realized when living in a big city, there are a lot of people, and these masses of people oftentimes don't do anything productive besides going to work. And that is fascinating. Whenever I'm talking with a lot of people, I ask them, what are you doing after this? What are you going to do after work? What are you going to do after X, Y, and Z? They tell me, I'm going home, I'm going to sit on my sofa, and at the end I'm going to bed. They don't have anything productive, side hobby, or anything in their life. They wake up, they eat breakfast, they go to work, they eat dinner, and go to bed again. That is their life. They don't do anything else fun, productive, or anything. They might have the time to do so. Some people don't, and I respect that. You're a hard worker, you work a lot of hours. But some people that have all the time in the world, they don't do anything. They don't do anything productive, they don't have a side hustle, don't do anything that they might think might be fun. And that right there is something I think you should have: a productive hobby. If it is a side hustle, if it is going to the gym, if it is playing football, if it is playing tennis, something productive and something you find fun, because so many people don't. And that makes you better because you actually spend your time efficiently, productively, and with something that you truly enjoy. Another thing is consistency. Consistency is key. This quote you might have heard a bunch of times, more than I can count. As cliche as it is, consistency is truly the key. Consistency is so rare nowadays. Consistency in my context is with content creation, making these videos for you guys and posting about different things on social media. Whenever people sometimes ask me how long I've been doing social media for, and I say 6 years, they gasp. They don't know what to say and what to do with themselves because they can't comprehend that I've been doing something for such a long time, especially with the first couple of years of me doing content creation have been without any progress or result, because people are driven by progress and result. And I get that it's human nature. If you keep doing something without any progress, you're insane. And with content creation, I can count maybe 10 people that I've known in my life as friends, as classmates, as colleagues, and as mutual friends who have tried content creation and they've quit way too soon because they either don't see the results that they wanted, they thought it was boring because they didn't get the results that they wanted, or simply because they lack discipline. Consistency in our society is very rare. You might be doing something cool, great, or superior for a couple of weeks, months, but then you quit. How many people do you know in your life that have gone to the gym for 3 months, but then they quit? It might have been a New Year's resolution where they said, I want to get in shape. Then they went to the gym for 3 months and then they stopped, and then you've never heard about them working out again. Consistency is super rare, and it is what builds the superior man. So even though it sounds very cliche, consistency is key, and I need you to be disciplined, be consistent about the important things in your life, because that's where men truly will prosper. I can talk about this for hours. I've been doing content creation for 6 years, and it's first after 4.5 years that I earned a single penny from it. I don't know anyone in my life, if it is a friend, a mutual friend, a colleague, who has ever done something for such a long time without any result and then many years ahead finally succeed. Consistency is very rare, and that is how you can become better than people around you. Another thing that will make you better than anyone else is being as well dressed as possible as often as possible. If it is at your workplace, if it is hanging out with your friends, if it is going to the grocery store and meeting other people, if it is for a casual setting with strangers or some friends that you haven't seen in a while, looking presentable is something that not a lot of people do often enough. And I'm not saying you should suit up every single day for every single small or big occasion, but I'm saying that you should try to strive for being the best dressed man in the room as often as you can. Looking presentably, looking professionally is something that people appreciate. It's something that people like. It's something that a good amount of people strive for as well. And whenever you can be that guy who is the best dressed man in the room, that right there is admirable. That is something that people look up to. That's something that people like to look at. It's something that people appreciate. I've gotten a good amount of compliments for being someone who always looks the part, someone who always looks great, someone who always dresses nicely, and looking presentably and professionally is something that will benefit you in many undescribable ways. It is just something super important for me. That's why I also talk about style and fashion here on the channel, because looking like a presentable man is something admirable. And lastly, something that I have on my mind that will make you and I better than the average guy out there is being intellectual, being smart, being someone who knows a lot. I'm not saying you should know everything about everything and have an opinion about everything, because that is stupidity. Having an opinion about everything is going to clog up your mind with useless information and thoughts that might not be to your best benefit. Generally, being emotionally intellectual, being able to have deep conversations, being able to be a person that someone can learn from and possibly get help from, and being a guy who is someone that can be a problem solver but at the same time lend an ear so they can rant to about something, especially your close friends. If a close friend of yours might have an issue about something that's happening, or if they have an issue with their business and they just want to talk and for you to listen, you should be able to do that in a serious manner. If you can't hold a serious conversation about something, then that makes you emotionally and socially dumb, in my opinion. You should be able to hold a long-lasting, deep intellectual conversation with people around you, because it's important. It's important to be a guy that can come with problem solutions, something clever to say, something insightful and mindful. You should be able to be there for your friends whenever it matters the most in a intellectual way. You should be someone that people can think about and say, I should ask him for advice. He's clever. He knows what he's talking about. He's intellectually smart. I think there are a lot of guys out there in the world nowadays who don't know what to think, what to say, what to do, and what to do with their lives. And I think if you are a guy who knows what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, and you know why you are doing what you do, and generally know what's happening up inside your brain, then that makes you superior to any other average guy. Because so many people out there live their lives without knowing what they're actually doing. They have hobbies that they don't even know they like. They have jobs that they might hate but don't know why they have chosen them. They might have an education which they didn't really know why they took or why they went for this education. They might have been pushed into doing something but they didn't know how to push back on it. They don't know a lot about themselves. A lot of people nowadays don't know anything about themselves and about anything of importance. And that is how you can be better than the average guy. Know what you want, know what you do, and know why you're doing what you're doing. Have a higher purpose. So many people don't have a purpose and importance, even though it sounds very elitist and perhaps cocky to say, but it's true. A lot of people in the modern world don't have a higher purpose or a meaning to their life. They just live their life just for doing it. They go with the flow. They don't know what they're doing at all. And that is how you can be better than a lot of guys out there. Have a purpose. That is also how you can become better than the average guy. Gentlemen, I think I've said enough about what I think of how you and I can become even better than we already are and how we can be better than the average guy. Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree? Did you even watch this video this far? Comment down below with your thoughts and opinions about this video and generally about your thoughts that you might have about the topics that I've talked about in this video. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the Men's Improvement YouTube channel for more videos about fragrances, grooming, style, fashion, skincare, fitness, watches, everything that will make you, gentlemen, the best possible versions of yourselves. The last few things that I want to ask you, gentlemen, is to smile more because it's free, and I want you to watch these two videos right here. This one here below is going to be my latest upload, whereas this one up here is going to be a video that the YouTube algorithm thinks you will enjoy.